Hello, mathematicians. We're going to take a look at a couple of inequalities and see how you filled in your table and then how you filled in your number line. The first inequality is 2x is less than 6. Another way to read that is to say 2 times some number is less than 6. 2 times some number is less than 6. How did you fill in your table for this inequality? When we have a row like this and it says x, and then we have another row and it says 2 times x, we're going to use the value of x when it is -4, and then we're going to say in our head, so 2 times a -4, what will that give us? And we have the value -3. 2 times a -3, what will that give us? And we put it here on the box, and so on. Hopefully your table looks something like this. So when x is a -4, 2 times x would be -8. When x is -3, 2 times -3 would be -6, and so on, all the way down the row. So when x is -2, 2 times x is -4. When x is -1, 2 times x is -2. When x is 0, 2 times x would be 0, and so on. So what we're thinking about now is looking at our table. What value of x times 2 will give us a number that is less than 6? So when we look over here, we see that 2 times 3 will give us 6. That isn't less than 6. So we can look down here, we can say, oh, 2 times 2, that will give us 4. That is less than 6. So in our 7th grade brains, we have to be thinking about fractions and decimals. So any number that is less than 3 will give us a total. When we double it, it will give us numbers that are less than 6. So then when we're graphing 2x is less than 6, or 2 times some number is less than 6, we are going to have an open circle above the 3, and then we want our arrow pointing to the left, because every single one of these values of x will give us a quantity that is less than 6 when it is doubled. Now we want to take a look at another inequality. -2 times x is less than 6. Or the opposite of 2 times some number is less than x. The opposite of 2 times some number is less than 6. Again, you're going to fill in your table with, and you have an x, if x is -4, -2 times -4, what is that value? -2 times -3, what is that value? And you're going to write it here in your table. So here's the finished table. When you have x as -4 and you multiply -2 times -4, you're going to get a +8. Same thing, -3 times, or -2 times a -3, and then we get 6. And then we're going to just keep on filling in our values until we're done with the table. So when we graph -2 times some quantity is less than 6, our graph is going to look like this. We're going to have an open circle above the -3, and then the line is going to go to the right, and all of these values will fit into our inequality. So now for both of these inequalities, 2 times x is less than 6 and negative 2 times x is less than 6. Go ahead and take a look at the table and then this table and look for patterns. What do you notice? So now here are the graphs for 2 times x is less than 6 and negative 2 times x is less than 6. Notice this graph and what's happening with the numbers and the line. Look at this graph and notice what's happening with the numbers and the line. So look back at your table and number line for each inequality. 2 times x is less than 6 and negative 2 times x is less than 6. As you think about your tables and your number lines, what do you notice about the solutions for each inequality? How are they different? Good luck!